What's up, y'all? This your girl Jay Renee with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This morning we got the brother Antoine back. All right, this is our brother who is incarcerated up in Pennsylvania, and he's been talking to us about, solitary confinement, a lot of different things that's going on behind the G wall that a lot of people don't see and might not consider. Well, he back this morning and he wants to talk to us about the grievance process. For those that don't know what that is, it's a process where those that are incarcerated can write what's going on that's against their rights, or abuse and things like that. They're supposed to have the ability to report this so this behavior gets corrected. It is a broken system. I've talked about this before, but we're going to have someone that's been directly affected by this, that knows the beat of it more behind the wall, give us some insight. So we definitely welcome him. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? I'm good. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, to get right to it, as I was saying before, this grievance system, for people that's on the outside supporting us inside, I know sometimes they might look and see that, got policies in place, or that we got an option for a grievance process. And a lot of times, like in my experience, I think got a response to, oh, we'll try to resolve it through that. But I just wanted to bring to the attention of people out there that a lot of the time these grievance processes and policies and rules are in place for nothing but show, for real. Because if you actually see like the answers we get in our grievances or anything like that, they're usually like a typical rubber stamp response. Like you'll get the same response for 10 different grievances. And most of the time those responses ain't doing nothing but justifying staff's actions or making excuses or shifting the blame onto the prisoners. So I really wanted to express that because I know a lot of people out there that's supporting prisoners don't got first-hand experience with these processes. So same with going like with the court process, they always tell you exhaust your administrative remedies, but the remedy's not really available.
This is a call from Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Green. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
Because again, you got the people who's in charge of answering these, like you, the supervisor, the same people that you having the issue with. So they're inclined to be biased towards you already as a prisoner, but even more so because, like, are you filing a grievance against a coworker or their friend or whatever? They're not going to rule in your favor on it. So for people out there, I would like for y'all to get with people on the inside that y'all helping and supporting, and also come up with other options on how to address these things, because y'all could learn the policies too and bring this to their attention, because the pressure from the outside world is a little better in them terms, because when you asking them about why they're not following a certain policy, you'll probably get a better response than another prisoner would. That's one that just learning the rules that they got in place and hold them accountable to it from the outside. Also, just making calls to the proper administrative people. Because we need all the help we can get. So we inside trying to work our way out. Hopefully y'all can meet us in the middle with that. But I appreciate that. So I just wanted to put that out there for people that's unaware.
This is a call from Pennsylvania State Correctional Institution, Green. This call is subject to recording and monitoring.
A lot of these things are in place simply because of laws or federal regulations that say they got to be in place, but the actual process itself is pretty much non-existent. So appreciate that.
So let me ask you, I've heard this from others, and I want to get an account if it's something that you've experienced. Have you ever seen any type of retaliation happen when grievances are put in about officers or personnel staff there?
It's funny you say that too, because I just received a misconduct about, I want to say, a month and a half ago for filing a grievance that was about 15 months prior to that. So I received the misconduct in the end of October. So 15 months prior to that, I filed a grievance against the officer. And they said they were doing the investigation this whole time. And the results of the investigation were unfounded, basically saying that what I said happened never occurred. So I ended up getting a misconduct for lying to the employee. Now keep in mind, this is nothing but a verbal exchange. So there's no audio proof of who said what was or wasn't said. And in that regard, so in the investigation, if I get a misconduct and say I threatened an officer, they'll say, oh, well, we believe the officer, still with no audio or any other proof showing it. So, yeah, retaliation is real when it comes to you file paperwork. Now, I've been doing this now for 13 years. You go, whether they're burning you for stuff, fucking with your mail, messing with your trays. So retaliation comes in many ways. Sometimes it's fake misconduct. And I did, though, on a this is one of the occasions where I was able to I got found guilty of the misconduct, but on the appeal I was able to win. And that's because it was they messed up so bad it was no excuse for it, where the person who wrote me up had nothing to do with the issue. So by their policy, the person that's charging you has to be involved in it. So I'm getting written up for lying to a person that I never even spoke to.
Wow.
And it was it's a lot of BS that comes with that. But yeah, that retaliation is real. So that's a lot of people, I'm refused to file paperwork simply because of that. And I'm not I've been doing it too long. They're not gonna stop me. But in general, I feel like a lot of people don't want to speak up for their rights or themselves just because they're worried about retaliation. So
right. So you definitely need the outside support. Let me ask you this. I don't know if it's being talked about behind the G wall, but there's been talks of it on this side about how grievances need to go through a board that doesn't even include people that work at the prison. Have you heard of that?
No, and that's something I filed a grievance about that too a while ago. And my argument was pretty much that we're supposed to have a impartial oversight of the grievance process. But how are you expecting people to be impartial when it's involving their co-workers or sometimes maybe even themselves? So that's just a recipe for failure there when it comes to that process. That's somebody asking me or you to testify against your spouse. It's no, that ain't gonna work.
Right.
We need to definitely need to try to advocate for that. Have outside person charge it those misconduct processes and those grievance processes. There's no, as of my experiences, I've been booked. I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of talks about it on the outside of how there needs to be a whole just advisory board when it comes to anything that deals with the police or police type of activities. Even though you don't have to be a police officer to be a guard, it's still police type of activities because you're policing people in a certain type of area. So it's always good to have someone who doesn't benefit directly or could get in trouble or anything. No one that has hands on it sometimes could be better at dealing with it, I appreciate you very much for sharing this information. I hope that it stimulates the hearts and minds of those out there to make sure they're getting involved or staying involved when it comes to their loved ones or just people in general that's behind the G wall. So thank you for presenting that. Go ahead.
Hey, one more thing before we go, too, just for people out there that's listening. If you do want to get in contact with me, about some possible organization as it relates to this stuff or, anything else related to the prison system, You can contact me through Connect Network. My name, first name is Antoine, Antoine. Last name is Walker, MA number KG7791. You can also write me direct at P.O. Box 33028, St. Petersburg, Florida 33733. I'm in Pennsylvania, but our mail is shipped to Florida and copy. So I'll explain that at another time. But that's a couple ways I could get in touch with me.
All right, thanks for that information, bro. I definitely want to say keep your head up, and we appreciate you, and we definitely appreciate having your voice in the atmosphere, just letting us know what's going on.
I appreciate you too. Thank you.